model. We have it at the lowest price ever. We have special features that have never been done before. Not only their newest at the lowest price, but for the first time ever, we are going to double their warranty from 5 years to 10 years. Only here, only during this visit are you able to get that kind of warranty. But let's start off by talking about what a difference inversion can really make in your life. When I say this is going to turn your world upside down, wait till you hear how Horace likes it.
I was always an active person. I've always been physical. To have that come to a screeching halt was something I really couldn't live with. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and Inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
And since 1981, Roger Teeter has been making a difference, a tremendous difference in people's lives. He can make a difference in yours too. But what you're looking at right now, the newest technology that Teeter Inversion Table has ever brought us, because you're looking at the Teeter FitSpine X3. This one, most comfortable ever. This one is going to allow you to 3 recline and relax positions. Not only that, the suspension position is going to be more comfortable than ever. It moves with you. This is about decompressing the spine temporarily. You now have an easy reach handle. You now have a way that you can temporarily relieve that back pain. And we're gonna include for you the biggest configuration that we have ever been able to bring you. And the price, the event price, $319.95. 6 flex payments, and free shipping and handling. Understand, that is the lowest price we have ever brought you for the X3 Inversion. That is the lowest price absolutely anywhere in the market. You are not only going to get the Teeter Inversion Table, you're gonna get the only inversion table that is actually an FDA cleared medical device. That is UL listed because of the incredible quality of it. You're getting the only one that is steel construction, and in addition to all of that, you are gonna get it for the first time ever, with a 10-year warranty, only when you buy it here, only during this special event, and only from this gentleman right down here. Give a little wave.
Hi, Alice.
Roger Teeter is the gentleman who truly has been changing the lives. You saw Horace, you heard him, you felt that emotion, but it's an emotion that you also felt because this changed your life personally as well, Roger.
Absolutely. I wrecked my back 45 years ago, and when I say wrecked, on worst days, I literally couldn't get out of bed. I had to crawl, hands and knees, into the shower to get hot water in my back and just to be able to stand up. I tried everything to get relief. Nothing really worked until I was introduced to Inversion. The relief I got was temporary, but it lasted longer and was more effective than anything else I'd tried, and by doing it on a regular basis, I've been virtually pain-free for 37 years and doing all the things that I love to do in my retirement along with my grandkids. You know, an FDA just 2 years ago finally confirmed that Teeter is a Class 1 medical device and indicated for 10 ordinary causes of back pain, and some of them very serious. And I want to read those to you. You know, back pain, sciatica, that's a pinched nerve. Spinal degenerative joint disease, that's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles. Muscle tension. Then we have herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, and muscle spasm. 10 of the most common causes. And you know, when you have back pain, you don't really know which one of those is causing it. It might be muscle-driven or misalignment or a pinched nerve.
Right.
But Teeter deals with all of them because it relieves back pain 4 different ways. The most special thing that Teeter does is decompression. When you invert and relax, all those joints open up. If you have a pinched nerve, it's your own body weight on that nerve that's causing the pain. Take the weight off. Less pressure is less pain. Now, if it's a misalignment, when you take the weight off and the joint is decompressed and you move around gently, it'll realign itself. That's what the U.S. Army found out. In fact, you can check that on the internet, U.S. Army and inversion. Well, that's 2 reasons. The third reason, you're stretching and relaxing all those tense muscles that could be pulling the spine into curvature. And third, it helps the disc to fourth rather, helps the disc to rehydrate, that is, pick up moisture, so that when you come up from inversion, you'll actually have more space for the nerve to come through that what might otherwise be pinched.
Exactly. So this is going to be something that you will use every day, but you only need to use it for a couple of minutes a day.
Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes typically. You know, that allows you to decompress. What we want you to do is let your body go and have that 1 to 2 inches of elongation and then a little bit of mobilization in that elongation period. Now, if you're feeling great at where you are, you can certainly stay longer than 5 minutes. Just listen to your body. But 3 to 5 minutes in virtually any clothes is going to get the job done.
That's exactly right. What I want to do is we're going to take you around and show you what makes this different from the other inversion tables. There are other inversion tables, but what you need to understand is this inversion table is different. It has different features. It's going to have better quality, and it's going to be something that you use constantly because this is all about decompressing that spine. And yes, it's temporary, but you cannot believe the difference this is going to make. And truly read the reviews on it. They are absolutely incredible. But let's talk about what it takes and the benefits of decompressing that spine.
Well, the number one is decompression, of course, and taking the pressure off and relieving back pain through this. Now, this is an animation of you inverting, all right? The first thing you're going to feel is those stressed out shoulder muscles, that tension, letting go, stress running out your fingertips. That's why it's such a great thing to do immediately before bed to give you a jump start on a relaxed night's sleep. Look at the spine straightening out. Now look real close. See those joints opening up? If you've got a pinched nerve, a misaligned joint, look at all those nerves. Every one of those could be pinched and be causing pain and discomfort and dysfunction and communication between the brain and the rest of the body. Taking the pressure off those sore and pinched nerves, what could be easier? It's straightforward. This is a mechanical fix to mechanical problems.
By the way, longest piece of fitness equipment, longest running piece of fitness equipment that we have ever featured in the history of HSN. You are looking at it right here. But this has gone through, and let me make sure I get this right, I think it was over 100 design upgrades through the years.
Actually, more than that, there's been 100 just since we've been on HSN, I think even more than that, because we listen to you. And in fact, this all-new FitSpine X3 has been re-engineered because of one thing that you said, and that was you wanted a more comfortable table. That the table that we had previously was just too hard to sit on. Well, you can't put foam on a table, because foam interferes with the decompression, which is the main reason you're inverting. You sink into the foam, but your body doesn't slide. So we couldn't do that. So it was a major re-engineering project. You can see that we've lifted the bed off the steel frame. So there's about 2.5 inches here, and actually mounted it on 8 points that make it a floating suspension bed. It moves freely. When you sit on, you sink into it like an inch, inch and a half, and as a bonus, it actually moves with you. You know, it rotates with you, so it's
more flexible than ever before.
Yeah, it's a floating 8-point suspension bed. But you know, let's run through everything very quick.
Right.
We got the Comfort Dial foot platform. These are big shoes, small shoes. These pads that secure your ankles are really high engineering. We've got a hard back surface, which is your security, and then a thick foam surface that covers all the edges and inside, ergonomically shaped. and will rotate to fit your ankle. This easy reach handle, that's probably the most significant upgrade. It's actually a $100 upgrade if you bought it separately, and it was designed for clinics. And you can hear the precision micro adjustments to get it exactly right. Adjustable 4'8" to 6'6", with a 300-pound capacity, and that is with a 400% safety factor. We are UL safety certified. Teeter is the only brand that meets the UL standard for inversion tables.
And what difference does that make to me, Roger, when you say that?
Well, you're hanging upside down, clamped by your ankles, and you're gonna want something that has medical grade quality, and we do. And with our success in selling 2.5 million tables, we've got a lot of look-alikes out there, and they do look alike, but they use the wrong steel. We use high carbon steels, heat treated and key components, and they're the only ones that can resist fatigue failure, which is a common problem if you do multiple cycling over time. So Teeter's the only brand that is UL safety certified. We'll get into that a lot more, but first of all, I'd like to, get into some of the testimonies. It's been endorsed by the medical community, for generations. Actually, the founder was Hippocrates in 400 BC, the father of modern medicine. He clamped the Greeks by their ankles and hung them upside down to get temporary relief of back pain. And you know why? The Greeks had back pain, same reason we do today. Too much sitting, weak muscles, and stress. Every successful society has that problem. But let's hear for some modern day doctors. We got Dr. Fryer, and then we have Dr. Long, and I would like you to check out Dr. Long on the internet. His first name is Donlin, D-O-N-L-I-N. He is renowned all over the world. He was 35 years head of neurosurgery in one of the largest universities in the United States. Check him out. You will be impressed. He believes strongly in inversion, uses it personally, and uses it in his private practice.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves, there's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
You're not gonna believe how great you will feel until you try this. You need to get it home, you need to experience it. It is 30 days, a 30-day trial period that you get to experience what inversion is all about, but you do not wanna buy the wannabes, the close, but they're not even close, because they are just not even quite. This is all about safety. This is all about a different version. This is the one that you want because of that UL listing, because of the new features that make it more comfortable than ever before. We're gonna take you through the entire process right now of how you're going to get started with this, but get started now using the 6 flex payments and the free shipping and handling to get this to your front door. Only here do you get that price, only here. Are you going to double the warranty? First time we have ever in the history of HSN that you have been here, never before have we given you a 10-year warranty, and that is only while the visit lasts. So make sure that this is the day you do it at the lowest price anywhere, lowest price we have, and those flex payments to get it home. You also get it home 85% assembled, so everything is easy about this. But let us take you through the entire process of, I get it home, I take it out of the box, we will show you how to assemble it because it's so simple and so easy.
Let's do that real quick, because it is so simple and easy. Well, first of all, as far as use is concerned, this is how it would be going into storage if you have a space issue. Behind the couch, in the closet. All right, it springs into action in 2 seconds. And as far as assembly, let's say, well, I'm gonna show you how it comes out of the box.
Yeah,
you got a hand there. This part with all those small pieces fully assembled out of the box. Then we have this bed, again, fully assembled out of the box, except for this bolts right here. And you don't even have to, the parts are actually aligned. You just put the bolt through. That's all. Then you have these hinges that gives you Another additional control, this is all in the DVD, it controls how responsive the machine is. You know, the top hold's the most responsive, the only one that locks in full inversion. But if you're a heavier person up around 300, 250 pounds, you'd use the bottom hold to slow the machine down. The A-frame, got another hand?
Sure.
The A-frame fully assembled in the sense all 4 corner feet are on, spreader arms are on. The easy angle tether strap is on. So what have you got to assemble? These upgraded handles, 3 machine screws, and 1 bolt for each one. You literally will spend more time getting it out of the box than you will putting it together. See how that snaps together? Like that.
And then you just pop that right in.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, to show you how easy it is. First of all, put it on your height. Do have a spotter with you, because though most people balance right on their height, if you have a heavier upper body or a heavier lower body, you might need to adjust it a little bit, because the idea is to get half your body weight on each side of the pivot point. But for openers, put it on your height. That's step 1. Step 2, put on the preset angle strap, you know, something that would stop you at an angle that you're totally comfortable with. I'm going to take that off for right now. And 3, step in, secure your feet, and then relax. You know, you're going to know you're balanced right when your arms are at your side and the table just lifts off. You see how it's just started to rotate. So if you're set it on your height and this doesn't happen, then you need to adjust it by a pinhole or 2 until you get to this kind of control. And then by just raising 1 arm, you can control rotation and stop and bring it to the angle of the preset angle strap, which was about here. And you don't need to go beyond this angle to get all the benefits of stress. But for some of the big decompression issues like sciatica, herniated disc, you really need more decompression than this. And there's 2 ways you can get it. One is you can use the traction handles. At this angle, I could use arm power and actually push on these handles and further elongate my body as though I was in full inversion. Of course, I got to do a little work. But as I invert on a regular basis, over time, you'll get to be so comfortable, you can change the strap setting and work up to this angle. This is what I call kind of the magic angle, because, and you know you're there because your hand goes on this grip here. And this is great because you can pull your body and you can rotate it so you can pull yourself longer. You can use the traction handles to push yourself longer. You know, it's just so flexible. Full inversion, you don't need to go here. And it's kind of fun because of the extra freedom that you have to do stretches that you might not otherwise be able to do except with your new elongated body. And you know, when you're over 80, I'm 81 this year.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
You know,
look at the flexibility at 81, and this is, and you had a serious back injury, and look at that flexibility now. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I love water skiing. I got water skiing 40 times this year. I'm back in the slalom course. That's my favorite sport. Teaching my grandkids, that's what retirement should be, you know, to be able to be active and do the things that you love to do.
And this is not just a customer pick, it's a huge customer pick. In fact, I think it's something like, how many reviews do we have?
There's 55 pages of reviews.
55 pages of reviews. And the rating on this, I think, is 4.8.
4.8.
4.8 with 55 pages of reviews. Stop and think about this. But think about this today. And don't think too long, because we're doubling the warranty, first time ever, from 5 years to 10 years. You have to buy it here. You have to buy it during our special event, because that will expire. We're gonna give you the best price, lowest price we've ever been able to bring you on the newest model, the newest, most comfortable model that you have ever brought us before, Roger. And we're gonna give you, if you want it, 6 flex payments, so you can split this up on your credit card. Don't miss the benefits, because this is something that when I say it can change your life, I know it has personally changed mine. I know Colleen Lopez is a huge fan of this. I know so many show hosts who have made this host picks over the years, because we totally not only believe in the health benefits, I believe in the stress relief benefits. I use it because I love the stress release. But when you look at the amount of conditions that you can address with this, I mean, when you talk about sciatica, when you talk about all of the different situations that we deal with our backs nowadays, can we show that page again? Because I'd love for you to see all of the different conditions that you're able to deal with this. How else can you get temporary relief, Roger, without doing a pill or some kind of pharmaceutical? Look at this: sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension. But there's a whole nother page: herniated discs.
That's
I mean,
big
I
deal.
have one of those. You're right. It is a very big deal and can be very painful. We're talking about temporary relief of that pain. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm, FDA cleared medical device. UL listed, this is the one you want, this is the day you make a decision, and even update. But I want you to hear from Nancy, hear the testimonial, then we're gonna talk a little bit more about how this is going to really enhance your life.
My back started to really bother me. I don't want to go through life being less and less of myself. I want to be able to do everything and anything that I want to do. The first time that I laid on the teeter, I got on there, locked my ankles in, laid back, and it was just a relief. I knew it was going to work for me. It's beautifully engineered. It doesn't take up very much space in your house. It's very easy to schedule it into your life. You lay down, you relax, you can meditate for a few minutes, you get off, and you're a new person. The biggest difference the teeter table has made in my life is that I have physical freedom. I'm probably really boring because when anyone complains to me about their back, I say, well, have you tried a teeter table? It helped me so much you have no idea.
And you won't have any idea until you try it for yourself. You have to experience it because it is unlike any other feeling. I don't know any other way that you can experience this without trying the Teeter Inversion table. And the confidence that the quality that is going to give you with that UL listing, the 10-year warranty. Think of the value you're getting here, but only here and only during this visit are we doing double the warranty. Are we giving you that special price that we have never been able to give you, the lowest price absolutely anywhere. 85% assembled is only here at HSN. We'd love to hear from you if you own this table or even if you own one of the other Teeter Inversion tables. Give us a call, be a part of our show. We know how passionate you are about the inversion table because we've had it here that long, decades now. But again, over 100 upgrades. You're getting the newest at the best price. And let's just talk about the basics when it comes to inversion.
Right,
there was
exactly.
a study done that really shows you the benefits.
Absolutely. It's done by a Dr. Nachemson at Gothenburg University a number of years ago, and it's actually in a high, most of the textbooks. Number of volunteers actually permitted a pressure sensor to be surgically implanted. That bright light you just saw, that's the location of a surgically implanted pressure sensor. And the baseline of the pressure reading in that disc for each of the persons in the study was set at 100%. You see that number in the upper right-hand corner. And then everybody moved to different body positions to see how it changed the pressure. Doubled, bending over, but you knew that. Did you knew that? Know that taking the weight off, as we say, to sit down? No, you dump it on your back. You take it off there's your recipe for back pain. 250% higher load on your lower back while you're sitting in poor posture over standing. I mean, that is incredible when we spend so much time sitting in small screens and cars and desks. This last 25%, another surprise in the sense that goes to bed with you. It's not caused by gravity in this case. It's caused by the construction of the spine. You have hundreds of ligaments and 140 muscles. They stabilize the spine but hold it in background compression like a lot of rubber bands. And those rubber bands are very strong. To decompress the spine and overcome those rubber bands, to elongate the body that 1 to 2 inches, you've got to pull traction equal to about 60% of your body weight. And you can do that at virtually any angle using the traction handles or using your own body weight, move up to the angle of the rear legs.
Absolutely. So again, this is the one, this is the day, because this is actually the final day that Roger is scheduled to be here with this, at this price, at this incredible value, with the double warranty for the first time, the 10-year warranty. And Teeter Hang-Ups happens to be a family affair, so you are seeing right over here, Roger's wife, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. And then you're seeing right here, this is the vice president of the company, Riley Teeter. How are you, dear?
Hi, good.
Great
How
to
you
have you
doing?
here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about when it comes to the inversion table, how do I use this on a daily basis?
Well, here I am for an hour, and you may think you have to be doing that, but really it's only 3 to 5 minutes, and you're using your own body weight. So the body weight that's compressive when you're upright is being used to decompress the entire spine. In fact, all the weight-bearing joints, the hips, the knees, the ankles, and every joint is getting the perfect stretch that it needs. More stretch for the lower lumbar, less for the neck. It's helping the entire spine. So while you may be focused on one particular point where you feel pain, it's actually helping every single joint. And in fact, I think that's a huge thing, because we're always talking about the pain, right? We talk about all those FDA conditions because that's impressive. And frankly, we are the type of society that waits until we're in agony to start doing something. But back pain is a process. It happens over time. Like your discs are like radial tires. There's layers and layers and layers and layers. And maybe when you're young, you do something silly and you're playing football, you take a hit and there's a little fissure and you don't feel it, nothing really happens. But then you get into your 40s and something silly happens. You sneeze while bending over and you go, I can't believe that's what blew out my back. Well, no, it was all this steady, like fissures and little things that happen, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And that's why this is important as a maintenance program, getting into it early, because you can help your spine maintain its overall health so that it can endure those little hits and knocks, and you're not gonna eventually get the back pain that maybe you were gonna get.
Absolutely, so this works not only for treatment, but also for prevention.
Absolutely,
But
that's what makes it great for the whole family.
And we talk about, all you need to actually be on it is 3 to 5 minutes a day. But the beauty of this, Riley, is you want to be on it.
Right.
It feels so good. I think that is one of the things that you miss so much about this, is you look at it and you go, well, that's kind of a strange looking contraption.
Right.
I don't know of another way that you can actually take the pressure off that gravity puts on us every day. This is the only way I know to do it, but you are not going to want to do it with anything that is not UL listed, anything that is not carbon steel. This is why you invest in the Teeter hang-ups. But we're going to go out to the phones because Patricia is joining us. Patricia, where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, fantastic. We thank you so much for joining us. I understand that you have just ordered your Teeter hang-ups. Tell me this, have you ever inverted before?
No, but at the bottom of my bed, I tried stretching.
Right.
And I realized when I stretch off the bottom of my bed, it helps. It's like help elongate my whole body. And I'm like, if the bottom of my bed can't do that, and I've been looking at this machine on Home Shopping Network for a while now, and I realized that stretching maybe will help me with my back pain. Now, not only me, also my boyfriend, who was in a really bad car accident, and he lives every day in pain, both of us. So I'm trying this, and hopefully we can get the relief that we're looking for.
Right. And Roger, you've been there, done that, right?
I'm very confident that you will get the relief. It really changes lives. So much of back pain is just the long-term effects of gravity, compression, along with lifestyle, how we sit, how we carry our body. And it is a progressive deterioration that ultimately, for most people, ends up in some kind of significant back pain. But that continuous process can be reversed, and then actually you can accumulate a more fit spine so that when you move funny or wrong in the future, there's a good chance that then you won't be injured because you've built up some resistance to mismovement.
And that's what we are looking for, because I look at you, 80-something years old, and you're saying how much pain and the wreck you was into, and I'm saying if he can do that after a wreck, then I believe that this can help me with my herniated disc that I fell and messed up my shoulder, and from therapy, I messed up my back, shooting pain every day in my leg. and I work into a facility, and the pain was so many years that it become like a norm.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, we're going to send this right out to you, Patricia, so you can try it. Let us hear back from you. And so glad that you were able to join us today. Our best, and feel better, okay?
Thank you, thank you, thank you for this product.
Thank you, Patricia, for calling. Calls are so important to me personally, as well as to those that are viewing.
That's right. Fabulous to have you shopping with us today, Patricia. You've heard what Patricia's doing this for. She's doing, because she is trying to invert on her bed.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so limiting. Of course, she can't get any of the benefits like you're going to be able to get on this table.
It's very hard to relax. You can kind of hang over the edge of the bed and get a little decompression in part of your body, but you certainly aren't relaxed, and you're not in alignment. You know, there's some real bonuses in just having your body realign, like posture correction. In fact, a challenge you can see in the mirror is improvement in posture. Poor posture is unattractive. And another thing that you're going to see is the ability to move youthfully. Once you get those joints rejuvenated and get a full range of motion, all of a sudden you'll be making those long strides again and not giving away your age by how you move. You know, you do give away your age, not just by your looks, but how you move.
Well, I think we're all hopefully living longer. How do you want to live? Okay. What do you want your quality of life to be? And what are you doing to be proactive? Do you know anybody that is over even 40, say, that isn't suffering some kind of back pain? Whether it could be from sciatica, whether it might be a herniated disc, it can be from a multitude of things, or it could just be stress related. This is the way you're going to be able to get temporary relief. We're talking about FDA medically cleared device that you are looking at right here. These are the things other inversion tables do not offer you. UL listing, it's right here, but this is the newest. This is the latest. This is the most comfortable. This has features that other inversion tables, even that Rogers brought us over the years, over the 20 years that he has been here, that he has never been able to bring us. And we have never, ever given you a 10-year warranty. First time ever, and the lowest price, not only here, but absolutely anywhere. Maybe we share Cedric's testimonial, and then I'm gonna hop right on this.
Okay, Cedric's a big guy, and he's got one of those rings. And in fact, there are so many athletes that are using. We got 100 professional baseball players, 16 people on the pro golf circuit. You know, check out on the internet, golf and inversion. You'll see how much it can improve your game. You know, we make a line of equipment for people up to 7'7". We've been asked to produce that. But let's see what Cedric has to say.
Aging is nothing but compression, brought on by the greatest force in our universe, which is gravity. I played 13 years of professional football, and you in mortal combat with opposing people as big and as strong as you are. In the long run, you do a lot of damage to yourself. Not thinking about the consequences of one day being 67 years old and having to deal with the aftermath. The first time that I used the Teeter, the feeling was just of relief, total relief. It's just a whole new world open to me. It has restored the flexibility, and I'm able to walk further. Being able to stand up straight without my back bothering me is a victory. I've always been a dreamer, and everything had been on hold. Getting on the Teeter, instantly, hope came back. I can live again.
And here I go, because let me tell you, the first time you do it, you're actually not prepared for how you feel. And it feels a little bit unusual. And then all of a sudden you start to relax. I love the fact that you have the traction handles on it. For me, it gives me incredible stability. It gives me incredible confidence when I can hold on to it. But then I just take my arm, and then you can see how much you can control so simply, so easily. And the more you go, the more you want to go.
Right, and
the better it feels.
Well, Teeter is the only brand that has this kind of precision balancing. Most of the key assembly parts or welding is done by robots, so every table is virtually identical. Now, I put the preset angle strap on to stop Alice at an angle that you would be comfortable. I think most people would be comfortable at the first time. Now, go ahead and raise your arm here, and it'll stop at a little bit further. I think we're probably set at about 25 degrees or so. That's about it right there. Okay,
and then once you hit it, then you just start doing this. Because it feels so good to just get a stretch. You know, it's interesting, my little dog, everybody, she gets up and she does exactly the same stretch every single morning. And you know how good that stretch feels, but there's no other way you can get a stretch like this except through inversion.
Right, and we talk about the spine a lot, but actually what's happening is every joint in your body, every weight-bearing joint is being decompressed by exactly the same weight that it has to carry normally. So the small joints in the neck are being decompressed by the weight of the neck. The larger joints in the lumbar area being decompressed by 60% of your body weight, that's what it normally has to carry, and so on for the ankles and knees. So the fact that you may be targeting a specific spot in your back, but actually every single weight-bearing joint is benefiting. And there's other pluses. Look at Alice's rosy cheeks. You know, that extra oxygen wash. I know.
Love that feeling. You know, again, you know, the benefits are really head to toe, or in this case, toe to head. Yeah. and that's the nice part about it. You will look forward to spending time on this. And I know that Riley was talking about 3 to 5 minutes a day. It's all you need. You will find that you want to spend your time here. And this is my favorite workout.
Yeah, this is the no workout workout.
This is the best workout.
Yeah, and Colleen has a, you know, she says, every time I come up, I feel like I had a facial, you know, because of that oxygen wash or the extra blood to the upper body. It just, and the decompression, the body correction, we're improving or straightening out. We get temporary improvement in posture and stretching, relaxing, improved flexibility. Again, check out golf and inversion to see how the flexibility that Teeter gives you can improve your game, and fight back against the harmful compression of the body by gravity. We've got an animation of an aging spine, and now this figure, now bend your knees.
Okay.
Yeah, because it just shift a little weight this way. You know, when you invert, you're going to elongate, so you become more
I love anything that makes me taller.
So remember, this is like a seesaw, a teeter-totter. You just change weight. Okay, this figure is not gaining weight, but he sure is changing body shape. Height loss, a lot of that middle-age spread is not weight gain. Look at the discs in the older gentleman. They're so much thinner. He can't move freely. He has lost his flexibility, the shock absorption, the ability to be active. You need to fight back against the harmful compression of the body by gravity. It's a maintenance program. Yes, it'll deal with those 10 things that FDA says Teeter is cleared for, but when you get rid of the pain, keep doing it. We're gonna hear from a Dr. Tons that's gonna really make the point that it's a maintenance program to keep that youthful function, you know, over your lifetime and to be active into your retirement years.
Absolutely. So if we can, have a listen to this, and then we're going to talk about all the differences in this particular inversion table.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day, too, and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
Dr. Tons is a senior orthopedic surgeon at Trauma One Center in San Diego. He knows what he's talking about. And I'm going to repeat some of the things because it's so important that you understand. Again, these discs are your fluid-filled shock absorbers. They control all flexibility and shock absorption in the spine. They also are the protection for your spinal cord which is all communication from the brain to every other part of your body below your neck. All these nerves, there's 2 nerves for each disc, and those nerves are what how the brain controls every function in your lower body. And if one of these nerves is pinched, you've compromised the communication. Now, for example, if it's nerves that go down your leg and they're pinched, that's sciatica. You have pain down the leg or pain down the shoulder. You know, so it's a really big deal to keep these discs well hydrated so that the opening is large, because the discs control the size of the opening. Now, what he was talking about a daily height loss. Every disc loses moisture during the day, becomes thinner. Yes, the chance of pinching nerve roots goes up and loss of flexibility, but you also have a body shape change that you've probably noticed. You get shorter during the day, that makes your pants tighter. You bulge out in the center. That's just like a compression wrinkle. Or maybe you get in the car to drive home and you adjust the rear view mirror down. Because you're shorter at night than in the morning. Those things reverse overnight, but not 100%. So over your lifetime, you have a permanent height loss. And that's the one that's serious, that steals not only your figure, but your ability to be active. Teeter's a way to fight back, decompress the joints, help them rehydrate, stay active and realign, taking the pressure off any pinched nerves, and stretching and relaxing the muscles.
But this is the day you want to fight back. This is the day you start, okay? You start today because we only have Roger scheduled for today. This is the last scheduled day of his visit. While he's here, while we have this visit, is when you're getting this event priced at $319.95. That's why you want to make this choice today. If you want to put it on your flex payment, that means you can split it up on your credit card. But here's the joy of what we're doing. Free shipping and handling. Free shipping and handling to get this right delivered to your front door. You don't have to go to a store and try and get it. It's going to be 85% assembled. This is what you don't get even if you order it off of Roger's website or the infomercial on TV. You will not get it 85% assembled. You will not get that price. And the most important thing to me anyway is the fact that you will not get a 10-year warranty. 10 years is something we have never brought you before. Never in the history of HSN. We are doubling the warranty during this very special event. Not available anywhere else. This inversion table is the one you want. If you are going to actually invert, if you're going to help to deal with serious situations like sciatica, like all of the herniated disc, all the different conditions that this is now approved for. We cannot say this unless this is actually FDA approved for back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to the tight muscles, muscle tension. I love it just for stress relief. It feels so incredible. But I have a herniated disc. That's why I own this. That's why I've given it to my mom as well. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm. This is FDA cleared as a medical device. This is the only one out there that actually has a UL certification. That means if you're doing what Roger is doing, you want the confidence, you want the quality, you want to know that this has passed a very stringent test to be able to give you the quality and the security when you are inverting upside down. And then you're going to get the benefits that you have been waiting for that I didn't even know another way outside of taking pills or some kind of therapy that's very expensive. Then instead, you're getting this kind of quality, this kind of device, FDA-cleared medical device that you can use as often as you want in your home. And these are just some of the tests that this inversion table goes through that others don't. This goes through to get that UL certification. Now, what we're including for you today is not just the newest, the best, the most flexible, the most comfortable table that we have ever been able to bring you, that Roger has ever created, but we're also gonna give you the lumbar support. We're gonna give you the nodules so you can get that acupuncture right here, and you can position these exactly where you would like them. Perhaps the most important thing is this DVD right here, because Roger, not only does it tell you how to put it together, how to utilize the inversion table, it also has great exercises as well that you're going to be able to get for your back. So that's all included. And then we're going to walk you through, again, all the features that are new on this table. Most comfortable ever, best price anywhere. double the warranty. Only today is Roger scheduled with a couple of more shows today. Don't wait, because you will miss out on the price, you will miss out on that extended warranty. And we're gonna go right to the phones because Dwight is calling in. Dwight, you're on with Alice. Roger Teeter is joining us. I understand you own the Teeter Inversion table, is that right?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. What do you like about it, Dwight?
Well, I was going to the chiropractor at least 4 times a month before I bought this to get my back realigned. And sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work when I left there. But I've noticed on the first time I used it, I didn't invert all the way, but most of the way, and I could actually hear my back pop back into shape. And so I haven't gone back to chiropractor yet.
Isn't that amazing when you think about the results that you've gotten, Dwight? So, Dwight, what would you tell people who might be watching, who really might be curious about it, but really don't understand the benefits? How has this made a difference in your life?
Well, sometimes when I moved wrong, it would like throw my back out right, and I could feel it immediately if I moved wrong in different positions. And I may not go to the chiropractor for a couple of days. It could be on a Friday, and I'd have to suffer till Monday to go to chiropractor. But now if I throw my back out, I invert, and it realigns the spine.
Right now, about how long does it take for that to happen?
Less than a minute, maybe a minute, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, right?
Isn't that, I love, yeah, that's great. So, and what kind of angle do you go to accomplish that realignment?
Not the fully, I don't have to go all the way to the fully inversion. It's, I guess, a 45 or something like that. 45.
That 45 would be about like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, super.
Dwight, we thank you so much for sharing that testimonial. We are especially happy that you're feeling so much better and that this is working for you. Take care, feel great, and thank you for that testimonial.
Yeah, thanks so much for calling in.
You know, and Roger, this is what it's all about. I'd love to share again the testimonial we started our hour with, because that was it's so powerful.
So emotional,
but this is what it's all about. You have been helping people. How many inversion tables now being utilized?
Well, we've sold 2.5 million, and of course there's a lot of more than one person using each table. So there's a tremendous amount of experience out there, and it's just changes lives. Get on .com and read the reviews.
Right.
It's a 4.8 with 50-some pages of reviews on it. It really does change lives dramatically. We've got, we can listen to Horace once more.
Yes.
That's such an emotional one. It just gives me goosebumps and brings me to tears just when it was going on. I just love my job.
Have a listen to this.
I was always an active person. I've always been physical. To have that come to a screeching halt was something I really couldn't live with. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby, because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and Inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
You hear the passion, you see the emotion, you feel it, but what you need to feel is what it feels like in your life. This is the day to do it. January is typically, because of everyone's New Year's resolutions, typically our very best value, but this is the best value we have ever been able to bring you, ever. on the newest inversion table that Roger's brought us over the 20 years that he has been bringing this to us. You're getting the best price in the country. You are getting upgraded features, the most comfortable table. You asked for it, he developed it, most comfortable ever. And for the first time in the history of HSN, we are going to double that warranty. Instead of 5 years, you're getting a 10-year warranty now, free shipping, the lowest price. And Riley, when it comes to inversion, this is something that when we say it can change lives, it has changed not just your life, but your entire family. It changes families' lives.
It does. I mean, when you think about it, when people have back pain, it doesn't just impact them, it impacts absolutely everyone. As my dad likes to say, when you have a bad hair day, you put on a hat. When you have a bad back day, you're done. Right? You're not doing anything, and that means that you're not helping out in the family. You're grumpy, it impacts your attitude, it impacts your ability to work. And so it has a huge ripple effect. And this is something, again, takes 3 to 5 minutes. You think about it, that's about the time it takes to boil a cup of tea, right? You are able to do something for your spine that's not only dealing with the pain naturally, non-invasively, it's dealing with it at the source, it's not covering up symptoms, but it's helping the health of the entire weight-bearing skeleton, helping you move more freely, helping you feel better in general. I also want to point out that we have some accessories. And
I highly recommend this, right?
Yes,
right here underneath yours.
Absolutely, because so much of the results are when you get relaxed, when you get the muscles to release, and then the spine can naturally realign. And in fact, this mat has 24 different stretches that you can do on the inversion table. And these stretches were born from the US military, in fact. They did a 6-year evaluation with inversion, and they found that these particular stretches really helped realign the spine and mitigate the stress that the troops go through when they're in basic training. So if you pick up a misalignment, that's exactly what Dwight was talking about. When he feels his back go out, instead of having that splint with the tight muscles, because the muscles will react to the fact that the vertebrae is out of place, and they'll splint it to keep it moving further out of place, which unfortunately keeps it from moving back into place. But if you can get to that misalignment right away before those muscles start to react, you can quickly realign the spine and jump over those days of agony and immediately get relief.
And without having to pop pills and everything else. And by the way, if you want the mat, which I love the pictures on it, it's so easy to use, $51.45. So ask about that. And Jenny, we're coming over here because you've got my favorite over here.
She always gets the best job. She gets the vibration cushion. So this has 10 different motors. You can pick different areas wherever you want to target, or simply have it rolling throughout your entire body. It has a neck pillow here. These have far infrared heat that goes right on the shoulders. And then this pillow is actually designed to restore proper neck curvature. Your head goes on the other side of it. So this is a great therapeutic addition that you can add. And then we have the neck restore. Now this is something that will fit onto the table itself through the comfort bed tracks here, or you can use it on the floor. And this is for those of you that get the terrible tech neck. You know what I'm talking about, that strain and stress at the back of the head. Those are actually 4 muscles. They're called the suboccipital muscles, and they control the tilting of the head. And they get strained and stressed because we're always looking down now.
Right.
And this actually sits...
Got the phone neck.
Yeah, the phone neck. This does not sit in the arch of your neck. It sits at the very, very base of your head, the top of your neck. And it helps with stress and strain and relieving that tension there.
So that's going to be a great accessory. If you would like to add any of those, definitely ask about it, but make this the day and make this the time that you really invest in something that's so important to your life, that is going to give you tremendous relief. Accept no substitute. This is, Roger, your newest. It is the most comfortable.
Most advanced, has all the extra features. 5-year warranty, extended in this show to 10 years.
Right.
It's UL safety listed, the only brand that meets this UL standard for inversion tables, which is very tough, and we can only do it by using special steels. Teeter's the only brand that does that, and it's FDA listed or certified or cleared for Class 1 medical device.
And let me let you know, over 4,000 have already been ordered just during this visit, okay? This is the final day that Roger is scheduled to be with us. You'll see a couple of shows later today, but don't wait on it. Do it this morning. Free shipping and handling. The best price, not just here at HSN that we've ever offered you. It is the best price in the country. This will come to you 85% assembled. If you order it off of the infomercial or even his website, you will pay more. You will have to practically build it. Sorry, Roger, but it's a lot less put together. And we are the only place that you're gonna get that 10-year warranty, and only for a very limited time. So make a choice today that's going to make a difference in your life. Feel better. How do you want to feel in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? This is your temporary relief from, can we show just one more time, the conditions that this is going to help you with? Because FDA cleared medical device. We are talking about utilizing this to help you with the treatment of back pain, sciatica, so painful sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension. For stress relief, this is incredible. Herniated disc, let this help you. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm. And Roger, as we prepare to say goodbye to everyone, we thank you for joining us. Please read the reviews. 4.8 is close to perfect, pretty much, as you can get with, I think it is, how many, 55 pages of reviews or something? It's an incredible amount of reviews. What would you like to say to everybody who's watching?
Look, you can't live on this planet and not know what gravity is doing to you. It's stealing your figure, your flexibility, your ability to be active and keep up with the grandkids. Teeter is a way to restore those functions, get bonuses of good posture and youthful movement. And if you don't actually jump getting off the table, you'll feel like it.
That's right. Living proof right here. Roger, we love it when you come, and especially when you share your whole family with us. Thank you. And thank you for spending some time with me, but spend some time with Callie. She's up next with our Sunday Fashion Edit.
Thanks.
The thing I love most